we doing, y'all? I think I got my stuff fixed. Last stream, everything crashed. It's been crazy as hell for me. Fell out of bed a couple nights ago, jacked my shit up, hit my neck on the nightstand. Been hurting. Damn, bro. To get on here and play a little bit, though. Shit, field mail for information. Right. What we got? What's in the mail? What's in the mail? Dedication to brutality is commendable, my apprentice. Study Commander Pritch's report. Remember the value of aggression. Slave captains are dead. Whatever. I'll read that later. Alright. What are we doing? What are we doing?
So, I guess I have to thank you for returning my soldiers. My soldiers who've been tormented and put in droid bodies. My soldiers whom I didn't even recognize at first. You brought them back to me.
As you requested.
I did exactly what you asked me to do. I returned them alive.
They're missing their minds. They'll take orders, but they can't think like people anymore.
It's not my problem.
I get that. Plus, looking at those droids makes me sick.
You're pathetic.
Find some self-respect, worm.
Best thing to hope for is that with time, they don't remember what's happened. Hope that their brains shut down completely. Blast it all. Anyway, you've earned your pay. You've made my superiors very happy. Those men.
I
My job's
fulfilled my
done.
directive.
You did the job, yes. I'll see you around. And anyway, I need to contact these droids' families.
Weak rewards.
You're good to go.
Holy shit, it's jumbled up. Like a fucking more zoomed in map. You can see what this shit is. Whatever. Sanctum. Not this. This. Travel there. Travel there. Hey, what up, dog? Yeah, a little Star Wars action. How you been, man? I fucking fell out of the bed the other night when I was asleep. I fell out of the bed, fucking cracked my neck on the nightstand. I feel like I was in a car wreck, man. I played it for just a touch back when it first released. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but I've read that it's gotten a lot better since then. I've been enjoying it. Working your ass off, I heard that. You're getting old, I'm sleeping as a bro. My wife was making fun of me. She's like, you're a 38-year-old man falling out of bed. What's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. So it's your... I blamed her. I said, it's your fault. Take up too much room in the bed. Laying diagonal and shit and pushing me out to the edge. Literally feel like fucking Rocky Balboa beat my ass.
Wow,
My whole
nice
body
fight.
is sore.
I can hear
Damn, bro.
Break him!
Calm down. Sure can
Nice
scream.
lungs you got there.
Mind your tongue, or I will cut it out.
I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Yours searched. Probably did. She probably kicked me out of the bed. Probably tired of me snoring. Pushed my ass out. I didn't even... I don't know. I don't know if I'd knocked myself out for a second or what. I don't even remember it. And then she was just like, Justin, are you okay? And I was just propped up. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Oh, shit.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing. I would punish you if I wasn't so pleased with your progress. And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
It's a thrill.
I'm still feeding off the adrenaline.
Let it fuel you, my potent agent of darkness. I haven't heard from Dykal Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
I need to be out mowing the yard, but I don't feel like doing shit. I probably ain't gonna do nothing today. I relished killing him.
I bled him dry and danced on his corpse.
I'll probably be on till
his primary purpose. Sith must
about
attend
3
to
o'clock
your
my time, Eastern time.
Now back to my prisoner. There's
Your
one
time,
last
too.
possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off. Over a millennium,
At least till then, I would say.
the epicenter of dark force energy. In the bowels of the temple, He conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
Destroyed his own lords.
They existed to serve their master, and that they did. He siphoned them to make himself immortal and all-knowing. The Emperor created a device called the Ravager that ate
The night before I fell, and I was trying to make this new little layout thing that I made, and I completely crashed all my shit. Couldn't hear me, it was echoing, and then you couldn't hear what I was saying. I had to completely rebuild my layout. I don't know what I did. Unfortunately, I got some work to take care of, so I'm just gonna let the PC looks like. Hell man. Appreciate you. Appreciate that lurk.
The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple, which has, in his absence, become a death trap.
Unknown caller.
The horrors that await you will be too severe, but it's worth your life to
Outta
me.
here.
The legends describe a secret chamber in the temple where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription. Be swift, apprentice.
This gear sucks. I gotta wake up. Wake up. Worst part about this game, man, you gotta fucking so much walking. Later, bro. Where do I need to go? So the Dark Temple. Discovered. Undiscovered. Shit. Undiscovered. More walking, it seems. Guess we're going here.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Wait, was that gonna take me to the right place? How is it gonna take me there if I haven't discovered it?
Droids are tearing through our own security teams. Shut them down!
Guess that can take you anywhere.
Damn it, this would never have happened on my watch. My lord, it's good to see that the Sith haven't let things slide. Not like the rest of this circus of an empire. First, it's slave rebellions in the jungle. Then this. We wouldn't have allowed these kinds of things 30 years ago.
What are you talking about?
What's the problem, officer?
I was sent to this construction site to investigate unusual behavior among the droids. I wasn't here long when one of the units attacked me. I barely escaped with my life. But worse than that, I found this transmitter on the droid.
Yawn.
This means nothing to me.
It's apathy that's destroying this empire from the inside out. I warned my superiors what would happen if they continued to be lax about this planet's security. Someone, an independent interest, a rogue Sith Lord, is using these droids to broadcast Cast City's schematics to an off-planet location.
Someone's going to pay.
When I find whoever is behind this, they will learn what becomes of those who cross the Sith.
But with all respect,
Talk
I
that
think
shit.
it's important that we stop the outgoing flow of information first. We need to get those transmitters. If we can remove enough of them from the droids, it'll make the data they're sending unintelligible. The sooner we get those transmitters out, the better. This information can't end up in the hands of our enemies.
Radio. Wow. You're gonna die today, bub.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Dude. Too easy. Too easy. Die, do sure.
All better.
Take you boys out. Wrong button. This guy's taking a long time to kill.
All better.
Good gravy. Why is the chips where? Click transfers. Still don't have all the transfers. Yo, give me these fucking transmitters. Jesus.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Thank you.
Ready? And you have the transmitters?
Just take them already.
Well, what do you know? And here I was starting to think efficiency had gone out of style. I owe you thanks.
Just because you ain't met
Give me a
Zanjiro,
moment.
bub.
I'll upload the data to High Command and we'll see what's what. It's worse than I ever would have imagined. Lord Grathan's behind this. He has to be.
I know
that
Lord
rogue.
Grathan and his wife. A scheming, troubled family.
He's covered his tracks well. We won't be able to prove it, but Lord Grathan has been sending security codes and planetary readouts off-world. Everything an invading army would need. Major Shellister is already en route to the probable invasion site with every soldier he can find. They'll meet you just across the bridge. Hurry.
Alright. Adios, muchacho. Adios, muchachos. Wow, brother, lighting me up.
Can you sense it, my lord? Something out there? I wish it were in my head, but I know it's real. Please excuse me. It's these long nights, excavating relics near the Dark Temple. I'm Major Swain Lothar, Imperial Reclamation Service. My team uncovered several significant artifacts at a nearby dig. That's when things started going wrong.
Weak sideburns, bro. Maybe you dug too deep.
Perhaps your team exhumed something.
They didn't report anything like that. Just the artifacts. Then the mysterious visitors. First, it was strange noises from the temple, then figures lurking nearby. My team didn't like it, but I told them to push on. Now they're days overdue, and I owe a report to Lord Duan. But I can't go out there. I need someone to make it.
It will be with the Empire soon.
Thank you. I was just about to write the whole dig off as a loss. My team's still in those caves. Whatever's happened, please bring those relics to Lord Duan. He's overseeing a small camp by the Dark Temple.
Over the last 3 days, a series of transmissions left Drummond Cast and were received by ships orbiting a nearby asteroid. These transmissions contained safe landing coordinates for the planet's surface and security codes to bypass the orbital defenses.
I've already heard most of this from Captain Ison. The question is, who's behind the invasion?
Of course. I just wanted to be thorough. Several hours ago, small shuttles built to avoid sensor detection began to land and deliver troops to the planet's surface. These troops are brutal alien mercenaries of the exiled Lord Titonus. Students of Sith politics will remember she was the rebel who declared her own kingdom on Begarin.
Let's kill him.
There's a very simple solution to this problem. Lots of blood.
It seems a foregone conclusion. Lord Titonus has judged her timing perfectly. With so many of our forces off-planet, it is possible she could take Kars City if she lands her entire mercenary army. We must stop her shuttles from landing and beat back her forces. I've thrown every resource I have down there already. Now it's up to you.
I am here. Where is this invasion Captain Ison was so sure was happening?
It's happening, my lord. And how?
And how? Here, heal me, girl.
The road is rough in the dark. I keep stumbling.
Stumbling. Aye, fool. 11 o'clock. Noon InfoWars starts. I'm gonna put that on. Watch while I play. I don't understand. Right there. Got it. Got it. Fucker launches like little nuke. Alright, one more. Actually, have to back up this way. See, right? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Burton? Fucking. There it is. Low ass. What the hell, Burton?
You're good to go.
Where the hell did you come from? Give me what you got. Give me what you got.
Come on, bring it!
Calm down, bet. Talking all that shit. Lord.
You're good to go.
Y'all just chill it out. Damn. Damn. Not expecting y'all to be so tough. Jesus. Better take a little stem pack, you know what I'm saying? A little stem pack in here.
All better.
Whose lightning's better, bitch? Mine or yours? You got tit for tat. What you think about that? Get your ass away from me.
You'll never be able to prove Lord Gratham was behind the transmissions that allowed her invasion.
Got
But it
it.
doesn't matter. Everyone who matters knows the truth. And Gratham is already losing influence and followers.
Should be like a treasure chest or loot box. Besides what you just get. Help you. Be nice. Help the little guy out. There. Finally. Really?
You're good to go. I'm here.
Damn, bet you suck. Yo, what is going on? Fuck that. Fuck that. Damn it.
You're good to go.
boy. My God, man.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Better sell some of this shit, right? Well, that looked cool, I thought. But that's pretty gay. But that's pretty gay. All this shit, I'm getting nothing. Nothing good.
Please use all products only as intended.
Guild repair funds. This. You want that? You want that? You want this? 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 Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Oh, you want that? Definitely want that. That's good.
Be well.
Some of this. Some of this. So this is better.
Nobody better mess with us now.
What is this? You want a gift, girl? You want a gift? I guess that's it. Oh, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Here I come, here I come, here I come. There I go, there I go, there I go.
If I die, I'm going to haunt you.
I'll die. Search for the archaeologist expedition.
I've only a moment to rest. Those things from the Dark Temple are attacking again. Jez thinks they're drawn to the artifacts. I bet he's right. They went berserk the second we packed everything up to leave. It's time to make a stand. If those crazies want our relics, they'll have to kill us first.
The relics, who hasn't? This guy got them? You got them, boy? That's a no.
Nobody better mess with us now. Better check I still have all my parts.
What happened in there?
Captain Physic won't say, but the slaves haven't come back.
Thought I heard screams coming from the temple.
Probably just the wind.
Probably.
I am so sore. What is this? What is this? Yo, why is Sydney swinging so
My
hard
body's
up?
composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
What I do want to say is that Todd is a great attorney, but you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton. Well, I don't want to talk about that. What I do want to say is that Todd is a great attorney, but you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys. They're all over the place. You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28 times. I never went to the island.
Letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. All you have to do is take a look at the dossier, the fake dossier. Everything's fake with that administration. Everything's fake with the Democrats. Take a look at what they just found about the dossier. Everything is fake. They're a bunch of sick people. Where did you see the people laying outside?
Right across your...
Well, I don't want to talk about that. What I do want to say is that Todd is a great attorney, but you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers.
Firestorm broke. I told everyone President Trump had given the orders to have them shut down the investigation. And I speculated why he was doing that. People said, you're a traitor. He didn't order it. Now it's all admitted he did. But I said it may be because he believes the news is so bad it'll bring down the stock market because of all the corporate and governmental leaders involved, mainly Democrats, like the head of Harvard and Bill Gates and others. And now it's come out that that's exactly the case. He threw down the gauntlet today. The video is posted below just about an hour ago while boarding Marine One. And he said, no, I've got a list of who actually lived with Epstein, who stayed with him and everything else, and we'll just go ahead and release all that. Yeah, he's had it all, folks. He's had whatever Comey and the rest of them didn't destroy. But there's been a lot of different investigations. So I told you I've researched this for many, many years, I think for 20 years. One of the first I ever covered did. And I've been checking into Trump for over 10 years on this, found nothing. So it was so uncharacteristic to have him say, shut up, don't look at it, you're not MAGA if you do this, which would blow it up so big. And some people said, okay, this is DHS. It'll make the Democrats all freak out and blame him, and then he'll release all the horrible stuff, Democrats and the corporate leaders. He could have already done that. he obviously made the decision that it was too destabilizing for the country and the stock market to do it. And I've talked to high-level folks, and they said, yeah, I was right about that. It's not because he's implicated. You know, the recycled stuff, fake Jane Does, claiming that Melania was basically a whore that worked for Epstein, that was all lies. But there's a bunch of stuff they put in there to piss Trump off, but now he's going to end up bringing it all out. Just watch. And I've been saying that's what he needs to do. That's what I've been advising the president. Roger's been advising him to do. And so we are tomorrow's news today, and this is good news. Trump needs to release it all. It's got a few poison pills, some recycled crap in there about him. But the real meat and potatoes is Bill Gates and the rest of them, and Bill Clinton and Hillary and their known human trafficking, the Clintons and the rest of it. So this is huge news. I'll be lying.
Huge news, guys. It's huge news.
Another day. Man, I woke up. Oh fuck! I woke up at like 11, and probably 10:30 even, and I didn't go to bed till almost like 5, 6 in the morning. And I was playing a lot of I was playing that Elden Ring Night Rain. Honestly, I was, and I've been trying to get back into it and play it again since I never really got into it at the beginning, and playing and relaxing afterwards has been a lot better, man.
Ready for departure.
And so that's been it, man. It's really good, to be honest.
I thought you were.
It's a piece of shit in a lot of ways, but it's really good in a few ways too. And so that's one of the good things, right? And why'd you stop farming AFK motherfuckers with ads? Oh, at the end of the stream? Because they turned my ads off. That's the reason why. They turned off because they didn't want me to, what do you call it? Basically, it's it's because political content, right? And so, like, if you do any political content on Twitch,
they suck.
They don't want to have any money involved with that at all. So yeah, when Gmod mount, when I care about WoW again, that's gonna be when. And I don't know when that's gonna be though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've thought about going back, and Wu Chang drops at 9 p.m. Central today. Yeah, I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I'm not gonna play it today. I've got plans for that time, and so I'm going to be busy, but we're going to play it tomorrow, and I'm very excited for that. And so yeah, any shoujo news? Let me see. That's actually a really good question. The shoujo news. Let me see here.
So what exactly do you want me to do?
They said recently.
Slaves from the expeditions
nothing. It's nothing. So there's been no response, no action. What about their Japanese page? Have they said anything on there either? Absolutely not. So all this is totally uncertain. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And their store is now shut down. Is it really? They might be doing that just to avoid people ordering and then doing a refund to like troll. So it kind of right.
Your help is
what happened to Tab Collect?
I'll mark the location the expedition last signaled from on your map. It's the best I can do.
I don't know. How old was the guy? When the guy died, how old was he? Wu Chang is #2 on Steam pre-orders right now. Yeah, I think so. And Tulsi's doing a press conference for Obama right now. Oh, I don't think so. I go ahead and what's this?
Director stated in a memo to his agency staff in December of 2016, saying, quote, there is strong consensus among us on the scope, nature, and intent of Russian interference in our presidential elected.
This is just them making up bullshit again, right?
This is reported by NBC
yeah, it's probably the
News,
same bullshit.
That agreed with the CIA's assessment that Russia intervened to help Trump
I'm not here
win
to
the
secure the temple.
Of course, I've been
As Obama's director of national intelligence, James Clapper was tasked with overseeing the creation.
I mean, this bullshit up. The thing is, like, it was obvious, like, they tried to. What I found is so crazy is that I remember when, I went to watch the whole thing. I mean, reading out things that happened. But anyway, is that rude? Yeah, I guess so. And anyway, so the fact is that, like, Trump was an illegitimate president in 2016. So it always struck me to be kind of...
These enemies remain powerful, even in death, which is why the temple was sealed. But now, something terrible has happened.
Some idiot went and woke them up.
With the Emperor's attention elsewhere, a group of ambitious but ignorant Sith thought to gain power. An ancient Sith Lord, Lord Calig, and their expedition plunged into madness.
Where are
they still in there?
The ones who still live, yes. Because Lord Calig died by ambush, I believe he awakened unaware of his own death, and his expectations became reality for those around him. His power overwhelmed all inside the temple. And even now the workers plot wars against each other, believing themselves Sith Lords, and drawing terrible power from Calig himself.
Are there more dead Sith Lords in there?
Ah, you must see the crisis. There are still more ancient Sith Lords whose spirits lay dormant in the temple. If the ancient Sith Lords are woken by the violence within, they could overrun Dromund Kaas.
Be so pessimistic.
Maybe that won't happen.
We're not going to be saved by optimism, young one. I have studied all of the burial chambers within. Each was made with the same ancient design, one we can exploit. If you fuse the 500-kilogram hinges on each tomb door, even a violent assault
You're an ugly dude.
Wake the ancients.
What would have to be done?
The team I sent in earlier was using a massive metal torch. Effective, but slow, I'm afraid. They did not make it far. The torch must be recovered, and the doors of the ancients sealed.
It's not it, then.
Weird that everybody acted like it was some kind of unique problem that Republicans accepting Biden in 2020. Because I remember the hashtag #NotMyPresident. I remember all of this stuff. So it's just confusing for me to see that everybody was like, oh, wow, like, why are they doing this? When Democrats spent like 4, like, just absolutely fucking ballistic about Trump, you know? Both sides, well, they were the ones that started it, right? I mean, saying that about Obama in 2012. I mean, that was a new wrinkle in the fabric there. We didn't really have that, oh, every election is fake now. Whereas nowadays, every single time that there is an election, somebody is coming up with a reason how it was rigged, it was fake, or something like that. Yes, they were? Yeah, sure, always were people, but it wasn't a mainstream accepted opinion that people were discussing in common conversation. Like, obviously, you have people that said, oh, it's the aliens that helped Obama win, but realistically, no. Like, it was like 5% of what it was with Trump, right? Give me 1 second, sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, do you think any of the elections are real? I think that, like, I find it to be suspicious that everybody in the country is so divided on certain issues that I feel like are kind of obvious. Like, you get things like illegal immigration, and it's like, obviously you had to have people randomly coming over into the country. Like, how can you think that's a good thing? And so, like, it's confusing to me that, like, sometimes don't have, like, a alignment on, like, but have you ever heard of a hanging Chad? Yeah, but the hanging Chad thing was, like, again, it had nowhere near the vitriol or the frustration. You're talking about the 2000 election with Bush and Gore. It had nowhere near the vitriol that Trump did. It was not even in the same universe. And so, yeah, absolutely not. Ballot harvesting, I don't remember that. Stop doing that white powder shit. I've never done that in my life, and I never will. I think elections are real, but people are manipulated by media and echo chambers. They won't even call it illegal. Yeah, and I think that does, like, I feel like you're starting to see that happen now, where, like, distinction between legal and illegal immigration. I feel like it's very obvious that that has radicalized a lot of people, and it's made a lot of people frustrated at the government, because it's like, okay, well, we're trying to approach this issue. We want you to talk about this problem, but you constantly keep lumping in people that sit through the immigration process and go through all of this paperwork and issues, and sometimes years of an endeavor, and it's like these people are just being lumped in with some random fucking person that's getting trafficked in from Mexico and from Venezuela. It's crazy that you're going to do that. And so, yeah, the media is a shit show. I do think that the media, right now, I view the media as, at least mainstream media, and I think that all media can be problematic, but I think the reason why mainstream media is so problematic is because it is a corporation. It is a multinational, international corporation, something like CNN, etc. So CNN and these other MSNBC, these companies do not operate in the best interests of the American people. They operate in the best interests of their shareholders. And I think that whenever you act in that way, and obviously, like, independent can be just as corrupt and fraudulent too, but I think with mainstream media, it's literally, it's required to be that, because you have your fiduciary responsibility. So yeah, but yeah, shit, exactly, Fox. Yeah, Fox, same thing. All right, we're good. Sorry about that. And Fox also people use some common sense. Yeah, right. I mean, mainstream media publication that's like this. And I think it's also newspapers too. And so it's pretty much everything. And so yeah. The U.S. is literally a legal corporation as well, which is interesting. Yeah, but trying to draw a similarity there, I think that you're trying to misunderstand it. I'm not what you're saying, but like that's it. And what even is mainstream media? To talk about mainstream media without defining it's really annoying. Syndicated cable news television and also large media broadcasting like newspapers. So like New York fucking Wall Street Journal, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, fucking CBS, all of that stuff. That newspapers, yeah, exactly. ABC, Fox News, yeah, megacorps, yeah. That whenever mainstream news, that's exactly what they're talking about. There's no ambiguity there at all. What about state media? All state-funded media is probably somehow even worse. Joe Rogan at this point? Well, Joe Rogan's really popular, but it's hard to get your message out to like a lot of the unconnected, like especially older audiences. And that's what I think mainstream media really has a stranglehold on. And I think that's the reason why you have so many older people that are going out there and doing those like Tesla protests. And it's like, yeah, it's nostalgia. Oh, it was like whenever we were in the 60s. Oh, yeah, remember this? But like, yeah, you've got that. But you also have the fact that they're watching all of these mainstream media outlets, and these mainstream media outlets are telling them that, you know, like everything's going, you know, everything's. That's really what I would say more than anything. Mainstream media is just a weapon for propaganda and a tool for fact-checking. It's a double-edged sword. Mainstream media, I mean, again, like good and bad things about it, obviously. But overall, I do think that it works against the best interest of the people more often than it works for them. So really, that's it. How can someone read anything in his chat? Well, I read it. The reason how I read it is that, honestly, I used to work at the IRS. I was really good at reading fast. And I just read the message. And also, I don't even read the entire thing. That's the reason. And so Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, Roy Black, well, this is the reason why nobody's talking about Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. It's because the guy's 80 years old and he died from a prior illness. So yeah, big fucking surprise. So dumb. The high-powered lawyer who got Epstein a sweetheart deal is dead at 80. Wow, what a fucking surprise. Nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah, guys, nothing to see here. He's fucking 80 years old, and he apparently died. What did he die from? Did it say what's caused suddenly? Is that really it? His longtime old died today. I don't know if it really said reported dead inside his home. Yeah, guys, I'm really, I gotta say, that's what happens when you're 80 years old, bro. Like, I mean, really, it's acting like every single death is somehow some grand conspiracy. Sometimes people fucking die. Like, he's 80 years old, man. Like, let's be honest. Now, obviously, like, if it's death by suicide and he shot himself in the back of the head 10 times with a shotgun, then I will open my mind and I will consider that maybe this was an inside job, okay? If it was death suicide and he shot himself in the back 10 times, okay, I got it. That's not what clearly is happening here. And so I think that we should be a little bit more realistic and not immediately jump to conclusions for no reason. And so, yeah, rich old people die that young, though. Of course they do. They do all the time. You just don't see it. Look at Ozzy Osbourne, died at 76 yesterday. Like, that's younger than me. And I mean, again, that got the best healthcare in the world, and he had the best drugs in the world, too, right? And so, yeah, he's 80 years old, man. Like, what do you think? Steve Jobs, yeah, it happens constantly. Yeah, Gene Hackman, yeah, that guy's old as fuck, right? He was like 95. But, yeah. How do you make it 76, to be honest? That's what I'm saying, right? And so 80 is old, not young. Yeah, if you're 80 years old, you're old, man. Like, that's the way it is. I mean, it's not like it's not like you instantly hit 80 and you just crash out. No, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, let's not be super conspiratorial. So I don't think there's a reason to do that or a reason to get like that, you know, like fixated on it. And let's see here. Clint Eastwood's a fucking relic. He's 95. There's a lot of people. I mean, again, it's mostly sometimes like health and everything like that, everything else, right? And so anyway, I'll look at some of these posts here and go through everything because obviously I've missed out on this yesterday. And yeah, he lived past the American life expectancy. He did. And I don't know if Zach will see this. Won't let him know. Whatever it's worth, honestly, not much. He and my father and my thoughts and prayers. Hey, yo, this is what me and my dad say is that we take all we can. you want to pray to Buddha? You want to pray? I know you don't pray to Buddha, but like, you know, but you know, fucking pray. Want to pray to fucking Vishnu, like any Hindu god, Shiva. Maybe not as much with Shiva, but you know, like Rama, whatever the fuck, you know, Thor, Odin, Quetzalcoatl. It's appreciated. Xenu, yeah, exactly, right? Baal, maybe not Baal. And so, yeah, I don't view it as being any sort of a bad thing regardless. So, it's appreciated no matter what. And so, yeah, there you go. Press monster, whatever you want. But, anyway, Dad will go after sparking cells of pneumonia, fucking pancreatic cancer, and Bell. No, I mean, he's still, yesterday, he was having balancing and getting around. Like, today, he's totally fine. He again, you know, it's bad. He's awake until like fucking 5:30 in the last night, and he was washing dishes. Everything was fine, and so I talked to him this morning also, and he's fine. And so I'll probably go over there later on, and that's pretty much where we're at. And yeah, I mean, he's been through a lot of shit. And this is only the past couple of years. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, there you go. So he's clear. Stop taking the Lord's name in vain for extra good karma. Yeah, I'll try and do my best on that. My mom would get pissed off about that too. And how I imagined 2025 as a kid, how it turned out. October used to be cold. Source? What do you mean October used to be cold? There was one time in October where it wasn't cold. So how do you mean it's cold? It's cold in my house. I got air conditioning. It's cold all year round. What do you mean global warming? Grok, is this true? Yeah, let me ask Grok. I mean, well, the thing is that, I mean, at least people are to use, I know that people make fun of Grok AI, but I think that Grok is this true is a better thing to do than just simply going and being like, nope, there's no way. I don't think so. Yeah, that's fake. That's fake. Just Google? Yeah, well, the thing is, Google is that you can never be sure about that either, right? And Grok is awesome. I think that the reason why AI can be good and also bad is that it can synthesize data, right? And so being able to put data together and then come to a conclusion based off of that data is really what intelligence is, right? It's not necessarily like, you wouldn't say a person is intelligent, but you could say a person is intelligent because they can read a book and synthesize the information into something new. And so when I see that, you know, I think that's quite useful, right? Google's worse. Yeah, Google can even than that. And also Google, I love how people say they're going to use Google, but the first thing that comes up with Google is an AI explanation as well. And so, like, let me see, how many legs does a roach have? 6. Okay, well, this is a bad example, but usually I guess they do have 6. I just thought this is the first thing I could come up with. Google AI is good. I feel like most of the AIs are good. I mean, they're not like least, right? I mean, you've got like Grok is I mean, I think it's pretty decent. So yeah, Google AI sucks about depressive. I think they've made it a lot better. Permabanned from the PC gaming subreddit, probably because of your race. Note from the moderators, you've been banned from participating in the subreddit, specifically Asmongold. So the PC gaming subreddit is banning people. Let me see, PC gaming. What is PC gaming subreddit talking about today? Microsoft concedes Outer Worlds 2 retail price was too high. I reviewed Pirate Software's video game. Okay. And does anybody, yeah, can we even use this place here? Out of time. It's like nobody's even know fuck. It's all of these posts are from like, I don't know why algorithm is so bad. They have such a terrible algorithm, it's insane. Castlevania dev brutally underperforms, blaming selective consumers. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know this existed. I never heard of this game in my life. And so maybe they should blame the non-existent or advertising, okay? That's really the issue. If I don't even know that a game exists, there's probably a reason for that. Because like, and also like, that's bad. Because I pay attention to a lot of video games, and if I don't see it ever, that's it. I'm scared of making a Reddit account. My sorting package will ban by 90%. Reddit is a, Microsoft concedes they're talking about, they're talking like it came out. The fact is that Reddit is it's a website full of retards. It's a website full of retards, and it shouldn't be taken seriously. I personally think that permabanning everybody from a subreddit because they're part of another subreddit, I do think this should be against the Reddit TOS, not because it's affecting like my viewers or anything, because I think that it's an unhealthy environment for Reddit in general. Because, like, if you want people to, like, go and contribute to subreddits, like, somebody might, for example, might see a post that's trending on Reddit, like, Explore All, and it's an Asmongold post, right? Because it's something that just for some reason went viral. And so they post on that, and then they're just automatically banned from, like, 2 of their subreddits. And it's going to make people gun-shy from being able to contribute to things, right? I don't know why you see a post from 2 minutes ago on your front page. I hate the algorithm. Yeah, it's awful. It's already rules. Well, I mean, if it's against them, then report them. And so, yeah, I got banned from your subreddit, but by Reddit admin bots. You said that you'd rather nuke Israel and Gaza than play a gacha game? Yeah, I can see why you got banned for that. I mean, you can too. I can. Yeah, that would get you in trouble. And so anyway, let's see here. We'll look at a few more of these. It's unacceptable. Should be platform. Yeah, like in a general, think that if you're running a social media platform, which Reddit is effectively a social media platform, allowing users to like kind of categorically segment each other is generally a bad thing. And especially when it's forced segmentation and you have to choose one side or another side. And the reason why it's bad is it just simply hurts somebody's ability to, you know, to have interplay between different groups of people. And so, yeah, that's it. I got banned subreddit for posting a video about a fat lady. Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of those, right? Jade from the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna give video game I'm gonna give people that make video games and people that make movies some advice. Nobody wants to see a bald chick. That's the advice. Stop putting it in movies. Stop putting it in games. It's weird. That's it. Now, there's like maybe one exception, okay? I don't know. Sure, there's 1 or 2 exceptions. But in a general sense, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Nobody wants to see this. People think it's awkward. It's weird. Every time you do see it, there's a reason why, by the way. Like every single time they have a beauty competition or anything like this, none of the women are bald, right? This is not, nobody wants to, women don't want to look at this. Men don't want to look at this. Who is this for? And this is what I find to be so weird about it, is that why is it that you're doing something and you're putting something in a story that nobody wants? It's so confusing. Why would you do something like, so women don't think this cool, maybe like, you know, 5 of them, like that's it, and then men think it's weird too, it's for losing money. Yeah, it's just so odd. And yeah, I guess so easy. No, that's not true at all. Lesbians are not a monolith that only like women that like look like men. That's not how lesbians work at all. Trust me, I've done research into this, and that's not the way it works. The fact is that, again, it's the same with gay guys. If you're a gay dude, that doesn't mean that you're attracted to, like, femboys. There are all kinds of other gay dudes that like all kinds of other dudes. And so that's it. And so research, yeah, of course. And so anytime that you put a bald chick in a story or whatever, and here's another reason too. Almost every time that I see a bald character in a story, it's for some sort of social reason, right? It's a story that has like some social message they're trying to tell. Let me tell you guys a little secret, okay? The reason why Mortal Kombat is really popular is because the characters from Mortal Kombat were really hot. That's the reason. And so, like, if you look at the old, like, if you look at old characters, let me see if I find female characters, now, and let's see if I can find any better examples. Well, this is just, okay, that's not necessarily what I was looking for. But anyway, I don't know why it would do this. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you make the characters look like this? These all look like 40-year-old women. It looks like they were actually the original characters. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody does. Not even the women that look like this. That's why they get plastic surgery to get rid of it. Like, it's crazy. Nobody, it's Karen, it's Mortal Kombat Karens. It's insane. And so, yes, I don't even understand. It's a stupid type. It's a freaking movie about Mortal Kombat.
All better.
So you think because it's a movie about Mortal Kombat, they don't... So let me get this straight. If you had a movie about Bayonetta, would you want her to be hot? I would. Absolutely. If you had a movie about, I don't know, I think Tomb Raider, would you want, like, Angelina Jolie, whenever she played Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, I was like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. That's 100% it. Yes, Metroid, exactly. Would you want Samus to be hot? Abso-fucking-lutely. Crazy, crazy thing to say. And anyway, watch the wait, did you watch the Mortal Kombat trailer? It's actually quite banger. No, I haven't seen it at all. I was just saying about the character. I don't think anybody wants characters like this, and I think that the addition to them is like it's like a weird social messaging fucking mining canary, right? Anytime I see a bald female character, I assume the game's going to be garbage, because who the fuck, like, it's not being put in there for the audience. I'll tell you that. Nobody that plays the game wants that, so why the fuck is it there? And so it's that simple. And anyway, and I know, hey guys, I know it might sound crazy, but man, it's crazy how often it's true. And so anyway, what a downgrade, I guess so. And Carl Urban is playing John Cage. I assume a lot of people want to see him. Yeah, it's badass. I mean, of course. Go to Game Studio. What's this here? Owlcat Game Jam Top G's posted in support of killing games. Owlcat is committed to delivering a great experience no matter how long it's been since the game's release. We believe every player deserves lasting access to the games they've paid for. Take your time and learn more about the Stop Killing Games initiative and share your thoughts. Absolutely fucking based. And I think that you're going to have more and more developers that are okay with this, especially developers that are just making single-player games. Because again, like, this is the majority of the problem with Stop Killing Games is with live service ongoing multiplayer games. Like, let's be honest. That's not what the initiative is necessarily stated as its goal, but those are the things that are affected the most often, right? And because of that, the majority of the people in the gaming world actually support Stop Killing Games. They do. Like I would say Larians and the other companies like, you know, From Software, etc. support this. They think this is great, but they might not necessarily come out and say it because they might not want to take a stance in the industry, etc. about it. But I think that obviously they would support it. Many people would support it. It's common sense. If a multiplayer game dies, no one wants it back anyway. Well, if a multiplayer game dies, usually you're right, but if there's a handful of people that want to run a private server for it and keep it going on their own, then I think it's okay to do that. So it really depends. I'm absolutely losing it. Little Caesars. I stopped into this Little Caesars just trying to get a $6 pizza and ended up on a full-on action movie. Just as I grabbed my order, this furious dude barges in yelling on how I cut him off in traffic earlier. The fuck? 5 stars will absolutely return. I'm gonna be honest, like, I used to go, this was my routine for Tuesday, is that I would wake up on Tuesday, and it would be, what time would it be?
My tomb
6:30 p.m. I would wake up at 6:30 p.m. and my dad would come over, and he would usually wake me up and be like, hey, you know, it's gonna be the raid soon, do you want to get food? Because my raid started at 8 p.m. And so I'm like, oh, jeez.
What are you talking about?
I am Farshal, I didn't have a job, by the way. So I woke up, and I finally get out of bed. It's like, you know, 7, and it's like, you know, the raid's really soon. And I go over to Little Caesars, I buy a $5 pizza, and it was the $5 Tuesday hot and ready pizza. On the way back, I go to McDonald's, I get my mom and I a Coke, right? Like a large Coke that was $1 back then. So for $7, we had food for the entire fucking day. And then I would get there, and I would be late to raid every day, and I remember I would turn on the stream. Actually, this is even before I streamed, too. This is like back in like Cataclysm, and maybe even Mr. Pandaria, too. And I would just sit there and raid, and I would have the pizza box on my lap right here, and I would just eat the pizza while I was raiding, and I would put people on follow while they did trash. And what a time! Yeah, bro, like those were good days. I'll tell you that. Best days of our lives. It was an amazing fucking time.
I don't believe you have any power.
Is that difference in maintaining the cost of old live service game versus an old single player game? Well, I think that again, just letting people run a private server for a game, like basically this is what my viewpoint is. If you go end of service, you either have to do two things. You have to refund everybody the money that they paid to play the game, or that bought the game, because now they can't play the thing that they bought. And or the other thing is that you have to allow people to do some sort of third-party option. And I think that there's really no reason not to do that. And if people don't like that third-party option, they can do it in another way or whatever. And it's impossible? No, it's not. You just do it. And that's it.
Food, oh boys, hungry.
And again, keep in mind that all of the rules that make it impossible are just made up by a bunch of lawyers.
Thanks for the follow, Ben. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Trying to get a screen set up here. Get some food, man. I'm hungry. Domino's don't let you stack coupons no more. That's bullshit, bastards. You ain't getting none now, fuckers. Can't stack coupons no more. The hell with you. Yes, I'm not petty.
Didn't do it. Well, that was a lie. Israel has not been our greatest ally. It's been our greatest enemy. They were also involved in 9/11 and the Standout Wall, for which this deputy and Israel said they didn't do it. Well, that was.
Why has it got to be full screen or nothing?
A lie. Israel has not been our greatest.
If you are receiving Thursday, July, you are the resistance.
Oh, just kick me out.
It's Thursday, July 24th, 20.
Goes with the footfall of plunderers. Cleanse this hallowed place, and I will grant you power.
InfoWars. Tomorrow's news today.
You notice Roger Stone's been at the White House all week, and he's meeting with top officials and has been. I'm not going to tell you who he's meeting with right now. He's been meeting with the president for days. Now he's meeting with the people under him. I'll leave it at that. And the White House has been very appreciative of my advice the last 20 days. I've been personally thanked because I was correct. And I don't know how they didn't come up with a strategy just to release all this stuff to begin with. But Trump didn't want to crash the economy, as I guessed 20 days ago. And now he basically said, fuck it. Actually said that. He said, release everything.
Fuck it.
I've been waiting for this a long time.
Fucking goofball.
Just like he said 4 days ago, he said, you know, I told him not to Hillary. I wanted to give him a pass, but they kept trying to destroy me in the country, so we're not giving any of them a pass. He said, Obama's got presidential immunity, but all the rest of them are going to prison. I was told that days ago and told you this is very serious this time. They're not playing games. And now Trump said it walking out to Marine One just about an hour and a half ago. We've got those clips. And you notice that the deep state on TV, all the rest of them are acting very scared right now. So my first approximation that Trump did not want to tank the stock market by bringing all this out and by indicting all these globalist leaders, because guaranteed the globals will try to crash it. But he said it may be the right thing, maybe the wrong thing, but we're doing it. Remember that clip on Tuesday in the little press conference inside the White House? So I figured all this out before it all came out, but now it's all come out. And I just say again, folks, that's why we had to wait for this to mature and figure out exactly what was going on. With all the backstory, everything I know, I had a good idea, and it turns out that's the case. So, amongst many things Trump said, walking out to Marine One in an impromptu press gaggle, he said, oh, we have a list, and it's Bill Clinton and all these other leaders, and the head of Harvard and others, and these different corporate leaders that would live with Epstein, and we're going to release it all. And so Trump's explained this when he was about to win in 2016. He said, no, let's not arrest Hillary. And we all got mad about it because he gave them a chance to stop, but they didn't stop. And so now you know where we are. So if you're tuned in on Talk Radio or local TV or watching on X, Real Alex Jones or Infowars.com/show, every day I ask you, because you have all the power of the Paul Revere's, to take that live feed or the refeed and share it on your email, your text message, your word of mouth, repost links on X, Instagram, everywhere. And then tell those you share it with to share it. And that creates what? The chain reaction. Well, today is a particular day. You definitely want to share this feed, because when we come back and join 460 plus radio stations that carry this broadcast, some don't carry the first 5, I'm going to go into it all. And now things are crystal clear of what's going on. And it just shows the power of putting pressure on Trump when he makes missteps or doesn't think things out. And now that we've really educated him and informed him and briefed him about the Democrats making the whole Epstein thing their big move, that Trump has now gone on the offense, which is what he needs to do. So for all of you Q-type people that are always like, trust the plan, don't try to influence his constituents. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't directly advise the president. You live in a delusional fantasy land. I am Alex Jones, 31 years on air. I am known. When I tell people something, it's going on, it's happening. This isn't hype. This is the tip of the spear. And now we've turned the ship around, and Trump is getting ready to flamethrow the Clintons and all the rest of them, Bill Gates. We are in the moment of maximum danger right now.
What's the secret then?
It's a lie. Fear is a lie. Passion.
I I am cutting this announcement on the evening of July 21st.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Get on your feet. Attack. Democrats now. That's how close. Now, don't want an absent an FBI belief.
Eternal and at peace. Take my teachings to the Sith. They will find power there.
No, we warned the Clintons and the Obamas to back off and run up the white flag. And Trump gave them another offer the last 20 days, and they took it as an opportunity to try to connect them to Epstein when all they've got is recycled crap, flimsy BS, and fake witness reports that never went anywhere in their big investigation of him really starting in 2013 when Obama had his phones tapped and knew he was going to be running for president, and I was one of 24 people targeted who the CIA and FBI believe are going to back Trump even before they recruited me a year later in 2014. Yeah, that was long before Trump announced I was recruited. Now this can be told, and a lot of it's been declassified. So Roger Stone, 50-year friend of Trump, one of his top advisors, has been there all week at the White House, and we've been having a lot of discussions and a lot of talks. He's meeting with the other top people after Trump left this morning, and we have basically given him the advice. I have given them my advice. I have been telling them intensely for 20 days, talking to the White House for 15, that they had been walked into a trap and that people would never put up with this if they made some secret deal with at least some echelons of the deep state to back off. That would be a double cross, and that they were going to launch hearings, all the rest of it. Exactly what I said was going to happen happened. And now I have had 10 people high level in the White House in just the last 5 days thank me personally.
You're good to go.
For my advice and analysis. They were caught flat-footed. And now Trump is taking Roger's advice and my advice to go on an absolute scorched earth rampage.
Oh, fuck.
So to say I'm pleased is an understatement. Trump on the way to Marine One outside the White House today, we'll be playing the clips in a moment, said, oh, because there's all sorts of lists and files and trials, and there's not just some list, it's not just some book, though Maureen Comey and the Democrats with the judge suppressed that in the Ghislaine Maxwell and the trial that was about to launch of Epstein before he died 5 years ago. And it's now the Democrats now don't want all the stuff released, and now the other judges are coming out saying they don't want it released. They're all freaking out. And Trump said, you know what? Everybody should be looking at Bill Clinton and these corporate leaders and the head of Harvard. And he goes, you know, many of these men basically lived at Epstein's New York compound. And it was big paintings of Bill Clinton sitting in his house in a blue dress. That's how close these guys were. And as Trump said on the way to the helicopter, he said, I've never been to the island. Yeah, I've been on his plane when mine was broken a few times. That's all with his wife and kids. So Trump knew this would be their new Russiagate. He thought, yeah, let's just move on from this, because a lot of the establishment told him, no, we won't go there. But whether the Democrats can't control themselves or whether it's a double cross, a mix of both, I can tell you now from people in on the meetings that Trump said, F it. And he already said this a week ago to Bondi. Anything that you can release that isn't big, just release it. Well, now he said, I want it released now. And he's already got a bunch of it, and he can declassify anything he wants, and so get ready. And there's all these different pots of files and garbage and FBI investigations by Obama trying to reverse engineer things and parallel construct. These terms all mean things. Look them up if you know what they mean. To create fake cases against Trump and his orbit. And Kyle Seraphin basically agreed with that yesterday, and he predicted all this 3-4 months ago. Very smart, former FBI agent, counterterrorism, and a very famous whistleblower. So this is a big deal. And so you talk about an F around, find out. You talk about a jump to the shark moment by the Democrats. I was extremely angry 20 days ago. Gosh, more than 20 now. 21 days ago, when they came out with this Justice Department memo. And I said, clearly that's Trump. That would have been greenlit. A day later, he admits that, yeah, it was him. And then I've talked to White House officials that work meetings, and they're like, yeah, of course, we all had a big meeting, and, you know, Trump says this is damaging the country, plus it's old case, and let's on from this. And the Democrats didn't do that. And I knew they wouldn't. And then Trump's attempts to tell his constituents that you're with the Democrats if you bring this out, because the only files they left in New York are ones salted with BS, which of course this is the very group that creates fake dossiers and files and the Steele dossier and the impeachments and Russiagate and
tell me what happened
all the other garbage. So that was true when Trump 2 Sundays ago said, hey, they're the ones that were in control of this particular tranche that they raided back in March. Because they, quote, wouldn't give it up. And of course, they took anything bad about their people out and just stuck recycled crap in.
Yes,
and then the Justice Department, as I told you, it was sent out across the FBI nationwide. These 14 terabytes of videos and documents and FBI interviews, which you wouldn't do if you were Trump covering up. And I guess Bondi,
is the city outside
we kind of thought about it a little bit, but didn't harp on it. And then the FBI came back and said, sir, you are all... So they went and brought to Trump what it was, and it was... Trump's wife was a hooker that worked for Epstein and his modeling agency. None of that was true. Recycled from 8 years ago, 8.5 years ago, 9 years ago.
My place isn't with the
Jane Does that were proven to be just fake, made-up people that he supposedly raped with Epstein. And then handwritten notes that aren't even his signatures, and just crap like that.
He will reward you.
That Maureen Comey, the cover-up artist of all the big Epstein cases,
get out of here,
other than the first Florida one 20 years ago,
of any others you
have done. So you already heard all this. You already heard Pam Bondi say in March, in April, oh yeah, we got 14 terabytes. We've sent it out to the FBI. Then Kyle Seraphin showed me his buddies in the FBI text in studio here the next month saying, yeah, they got it all. But then he heard from them, we can't really tell you why, but it's going nowhere now. Well, because Trump's in there. But that doesn't mean it's Trump screwing 15-year-old girls. We know it's the Mossad and CIA in there. That's old news. So that was the big argument from the CIA and others. Sir, this is a joint operation.
Cleanse this hallowed place.
Went way back, and
I
just
will
really need
grant you
to.
Power.
This is too dangerous.
Such power.
And they talk to the top Democrats. Yeah, sir, we'll roll over. Just please don't bring it out. And then they turn around and doss everything. Plus, Trump's handling of it created the giant Streisand effect. And so now, their worst nightmare is about to happen. I mean, this is spectacularly bad for them. Just like Maxwell's been seen with the feds, they definitely can take boxes, being photographed there in Tallahassee, there in Florida, going in and out of the building with the feds, and all that right here. It's up on Drudge as well. The word is this deal's been made with her to flamethrow Bill Gates, the Clintons, all the them. And it was always known that they never had any dirt on Trump, but they would have used it.
And Yara returned to me.
So it is going down now. Every intent of indicting Clapper, Coney, Brennan, they cannot indict
your apprentice. What's happened to her?
Obama, because he has presidential immunity, as I've been telling you. Now Trump even said that today.
I promised you a reward
in the
for
press
your
conference.
assistance, and I have riches to spare.
We're at about 98% accuracy on this in the last 21, 22 days.
I must marshal my forces.
And it's not like I can just call somebody at the White House and they know everything that's going on.
I want to know what's going on.
It's just a big, complex mess. They got a lot of other things going on.
I didn't believe it until Anyada's
And it's not just Trump blowing up about this. He blows up about stuff that doesn't implicate him or isn't even associated with him if he thinks it's his version.
In a city
he has the big issues he's into, stopping wars, getting the economy back, securing the border, stopping the fentanyl, shutting down the transgender brainwashing of kids. I mean, you know the Trump agenda. And so he yells at people behind the scenes when they bring up other side. It's a side issue. He sees it as very destructive for the country and the economy. He wants to recover the economy and dismantle the deep state. He's already cut back 96% of the human trafficking across the border. They've now rescued, now the number's 50,000 kids that's coming out. They've now discovered it's 500,000 kids that they smuggled in. Those numbers are all coming out, and they're scaling up enforcement, doing a superlative job. And I understand Trump's frustration after them setting him up with all these hoaxes, but he handled it absolutely terribly. But it's working out now because it's going to make the Democrats release the stuff as some delusionals thought. Trump can do whatever he wants. He's currently the president. No, it's forcing him to do it because the deep state and the globalists and Obama and the left would not stop. So Trump literally said earlier in the week, we'll have to indict them all on all this stuff. And, may hurt the country and, might not be the right thing to do, but I'm doing it. So I'd already been told he would do that. I was very excited to learn that on Tuesday from sources. And I'm not saying Roger Stone's one of those sources meeting every day with the president for hours on end behind closed doors, but he is in the White House right now meeting with the other top officials under Trump. He'll tell you who after. And they're quarterbacking it all right now. Thousands of kids vanished during Biden's border chaos, condemned to a conveyor belt of rape and abuse. Amnesty International found 82% of children trafficked across the border were raped. And it wasn't by Don Johnson in Machete Kills. That's movies. 99% of the rape was committed by coyotes, smugglers who are Hispanic. And I'm not demonizing Hispanic people in general. Culture and the media says white people commit the most crimes and the most terror and the most rape. And statistically, it's the opposite. Asians commit the less violent crime, and then whites. Just fact. But then Don Johnson's blasting pregnant Hispanics. So it's, you know, oh God, white people are killing us. No, we're not. Newsflash, you're killing us. That percentage of you that are criminals. And they're killing you too. That damn Democrat, he better be Democrat mayor, because Republicans never win in Minnesota. Minneapolis literally saying white people are a scourge and all this crap with his evil eyes. It's unbelievable. So that's all coming up. So the New World Order wanted to have a head-on collision. They're going to get it. Trump's DOJ likely to dangle plea deal if Ghislaine Maxwell gives up dirt to Clintons. Well, I mean, that's not likely. I can tell you that's already what's going on. Told you that last week. Ghislaine Maxwell's mystery box into prison after a secret meeting with Trump DOJ. Trump's DOJ sitting on more than 100,000 pages of unreleased Epstein materials, New York Times. Yeah, they act like they just discovered it. Maybe they'll get themselves another Pulitzer Prize for their fake Russiagate reporting. That's what Kanye said in those press conferences, because that's what they had. And he goes, it's Russia, Russia, Russia again, which it is.
But I smell your fear.
And because now we know the kind of crap that was in there, just as I predicted.
You're not afraid of me.
And now Johnson's talking about it, Trump's talking about it, more recycling crap, just as I predicted. They always behave the same. It's like Russiagate, they recycle every year the same lies, thinking you don't remember. And so Trump said, that's it. That's it. We're releasing the meat and potatoes.
But someone here
along with the crap about him.
You're right.
So this is absolutely massive.
But not
Kelly
anymore.
frantic scouring of the Epstein files. New York Times, New York economy was hiding. Trump deflects on giving Ghislaine Maxwell pardon clemency. That's not what he actually did. We'll play the clip. The bill is coming due. House GOP braces for Epstein crisis to intensify. That's right. So now Trump has made the right decision and said, bring it all
strange to
out.
find you here at all.
All right, let's start getting to the clips, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big deal.
What exactly are you doing here?
We're live at 11:20 Central, 12.
The Imperials want data. I'm going
Eastern,
to get it for them.
PM.
So the Imperials haven't
11:20
given
a.m.
up
Central.
on getting their precious
10:20 Mountain.
data after
9:20
all.
Pacific.
This is lucky.
And however you're listening,
ever since
tell
I
your
came
friends,
to
your
my
family,
senses,
everybody
I've
else.
been out my
On
leadership.
Rumble,
I
the
can't
Gallo
lose
Show's
my
channel,
power.
type in my name,
Go back to
Infowars,
bed.
and of course,
Maybe
Infowars.com
we
/show.
can help each
And
other.
tell folks about those local AM and FM stations you're listening to as
It wouldn't
well.
be hard for me to
That's our
eliminate
little ace in
you
the
and
hole.
your followers.
Such for all those years, I'm afraid Talk Radio kept us up. So continuing, let's go ahead now and go to Trump says he has a list and is going to release it. And then he fingers Clintons, which are confirmed, the head of Harvard, and a bunch of hedge fund managers. It's all coming out about Iraq, Israel, and more.
Venerous's old enemies.
Go ahead and
put up
play
a good
clip
fight.
2, and then go to clip 1. Says he never Epstein Island. Here it is.
Todd Blanche is a great gentleman. He's a great man. He's a great lawyer. He's got a great heart. But he's over there now. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I certainly can't talk about pardons.
Can you trust what she's telling him?
We out.